Hello and welcome to the second Python coding challenge. Today I will give you the solution to last week's challenge. If you haven't seen that video, check it out first by clicking on the link in the top right hand corner of your screen and then return to this video once you've tried it. Once again, please bear in mind that what I am about to show you is not the only solution and that yours may be different. Nevertheless, here we go. Let's start by tackling the first problem, which is that of formatting an integer number. Let's start by writing our function, which we can call format number, and we will give it an argument which we will call num, which is the number we want to format. The first thing we need to do is obtain a list of the digits of our number in reverse order. We can do this by writing digits equals. Now the first thing to do is convert our number from an integer to a string. So we can do this by calling str num. Now if this notation is unfamiliar to you, make sure to check out my tutorial on variables by clicking on the box in the top right hand corner of your screen. Now after we have converted our number to a string, we need to make it into a list. We can do this by calling simply the command list for our string. Now that we have our list, we need to reverse its order. To do this, we can open and close square brackets, write a double colon followed by a -1. Now if this way of reversing a list is unfamiliar to you, make sure to check out my tutorial where I explain this technique in detail. You can find it by clicking on the box in the top right hand corner of your screen now. Now that we have obtained our list of digits, we can write a new list which we can call new digits, and this will allow us to create a separate list of digits where we include our relevant commas. Now, in order to insert the commas in the correct places, we need to iterate through all the elements in our list. We can do this by applying a simple for loop where we can say for I in range len of digits. Now we have to set a condition in order to insert our commas in the right place. Now, of course, we want to insert our commas every 3 digits. So we can say if I modulus 3 equals 0. In other words, if I is a multiple of 3, we can then say new digits dot append a comma. Now why is that? Try and think about it and write your answer in the comments below. What do you think is incomplete about this condition illustrated on line 5? Now, as I'm sure some of you have figured out, this condition is incomplete because 0 is also a multiple of 3. Now, what this means is a comma will be inserted at the beginning of the number. We of course don't want this, so we have to insert an extra condition by including an AND statement where we also specify that I has to be greater than 0. Now this is the correct complete statement which will allow us to insert a comma after every 3 digits. Now, of course, we have inserted our comma, but we haven't actually inserted our digits. So, we don't want to insert the digits every 3. We want to insert a digit every time we iterate through the for loop. So we can exit out of the if statement and simply say new digits dot append digits I. Now that we have our set of digits and commas, we now need to recombine it into a single string. We can do this by writing new num, which stands for our new formatted number with commas, will be equal to open and close speech marks dot join d for d in new digits. Now what this will do is it will join each digit and comma by taking them in turn from our new digits list. However, can you spot the mistake I have just made? See if you can figure it out and write your answer in the comments. Now, of course, the more observant of you will have remembered that the list of digits we are working with was reversed in line 2. So effectively, the number we have just created is correct, but is actually reversed. So how can we correct that? Well, simply by inverting the order of the elements of our new digits list. We can do that using the same notation as above, and therefore opening and closing square brackets, putting a double colon, and -1. That will now give us our new number formatted as a string in the correct order with commas inserted in the correct places. The last thing we have to do, of course, is return our new number. Now, to check if it works, let's run the code by pressing the F5 key, and on the right hand side we can say format number, and we can write 1,000,000, and that will give us exactly what we wanted. That is the number 1,000,000 formatted with commas in the correct places as a string. So here you have it. We have successfully completed this challenge and coded a number formatting function. Now though, if you remember last week I also set a bonus challenge. What if the input number were a float instead of an integer? Well, for those of you who have not yet attempted this challenge, see if you can complete it by using what we have coded today as a guide. Once you have attempted it, make sure to watch next week's episode for the solution to this bonus challenge. If you need some guidance, check out my tutorial videos by clicking on the banner in the top right hand corner of your screen or on the link in the video description. If you missed the first coding challenge, you can also find this by clicking on the box in the top right hand corner of your screen or in the links in the video description. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. As always, see you next time and happy coding!